Boring. Now, in this episode, I want to talk about something which unites each and every single living creature on Earth. Sex. Shagging, bonking, boinking, doinking, poking, rooting, rutting, screwing. Good old-fashioned how's your father.
They must have all been on top of each other. This was the Big Bang.
Now, some of you may be thinking at this point, but Spiky, you were in a wheelchair. What could you possibly know about getting on the good foot and doing the bad thing? And that's exactly my point. There seems to be a notion going about that spastics and cripples, people in wheelchairs, cannot shag. I can. My legs don't work. My willy isn't in a bloody wheelchair. And if any woman watching this thinks a man has to have legs to fuck her, she has been with some very unimaginative lovers in her life, believe me. The idea is to pleasure your partner to an orgasm, not kick her into one. In fact, one of my exes once told me that when she was sitting on my lap having it off, while I wheeled the wheelchair around the house, it was one of the most pleasurable experiences of her life. Slightly marred for me by the fact I forgot to close the living room curtains, but still it was a fucking laugh. And then we move on to the subject of becoming a parent, because this is another one that able-bodied people don't really seem to be able to get their head round. It's perfectly biologically possible for me to spawn, become a daddy. I just have to become a hell of a lot richer and drive a better car.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
I went to a park recently with my friend and her kids, and so they could play on the swings. And as we approached the play area, there was a group of parents already there with kids, and they saw me coming in my chair, looked absolutely bloody horrified, and hastily, hurried up all their kids and buggered off. Now, the look of horror on their face made me wonder what was going through their tiny little minds. Something like, spastic incoming! Our little darlings might be catching paraplegia. Head for the hills! I'm joking a bit. I don't think they actually thought a lot like that, because paraplegia is a bit too big of a word for a fuckwit to even imagine, let alone verbalise. But it does pose an interesting question. And my point is that ignorance will breed ignorance. Fuckwits breed fuckwits, breed fuckwits, breed fuckwits. And before you know where you are, you've got Watford. And then I would be forced to inform the relevant authorities. So, the lesson from the chair of Sir Spike this evening is birds do it, bees do it, and for the record, may I tentatively tell you all that certain cripples do it as well. I do. Granted, not as often as I'd like, but it's still very much on the menu. So, with that in mind, good night, good luck, and remember, I have these thoughts, so you don't have to. Everyone back in your own beds now, and no funny business. Night-night.